Newman and his team have done it again. What an incredible lineup for this year's Power of Positive Summit. I am Ben Newman, and every year I get excited to have this opportunity to learn, to take out my notepad, to learn from so many greats who help us shape and understand how great we can be because of the examples of how they choose to show up in their lives. This is an iron sharpens iron mentality and opportunity. You know, I've had the opportunity to be part of this summit many times. Yet every year I end up walking away with way more than I could ever give to all of you. So today what I wanted to do was share a message I haven't shared yet about how this opportunity came to be. You see, there have been a handful of mainstays in my life over the last 14 years. God, family, and John Gordon. John Gordon actually led me to Christ in February of 2008. And you know, John has had such an incredible impact on my life. And you know, he doesn't get to control our content for these messages, and I know because he's so humble, he's probably going to be upset that I'm going to make so much of this about him, because he would tell you that we all have a choice. And even when he shares something in his books or something in a speech or lessons that he shared with me, we still have a choice to choose whether or not we go all in. My relationship with John Gordon has been an amazing one over the last 14 years. Certainly led me to think of my life differently. You know, I faced so much challenge and adversity as a little boy. Losing my mom 11 days before my 8th birthday, parents divorced when I was 6 months old, challenges with my father when he moved back into the house. It was like I was always facing pain and challenge. Oftentimes I felt like I was alone. Not because I didn't have loved ones and coaches and mentors and people in my life to lift me up when I felt like I had nothing left in me, but I felt like I was alone with no faith, with no belief in God. And John helped me there in February of 2008 when we first met. And then John has stayed the course with me over these last 14 years as a constant hand of support to lift me up when I've needed it, but also to push me when I needed the challenge. You see, many people don't know. They see my over 5 years of work with the Alabama football program and national championships and working with Super Bowl champions and the work corporately that we've done with the Microsofts and the Northwestern Mutuals and the Wanza Constructions and Mass Mutuals and all these huge companies. But what many people don't realize is I was a financial advisor for over 10 years. And I want to share with you a conversation that I had with John during a period of time when I was still an advisor and growing this speaking and coaching practice that many of you now are aware of today. And for my new friends through this summit, maybe you'll be aware of by the end of our time together. Now, I want to share something with you, and I share this to really hammer home the point. I don't say this to impress you, but it's really to impress upon this point. I wasn't a financial advisor that was failing in the business. I was a financial advisor who was in the top 1% of financial advisors in the world for production. So I had a thriving business, part of an unbelievable team. And every day I showed up and I gave it everything that I had. Because I've always had this connection to this burn, this fire, this passion that lies inside of me. But I don't know about all of you. But maybe through the challenge of the last couple of years, through COVID, through uncertainty, through financial hardships, so many people have gone through so many things. Many people, sometimes they feel like they're waiting on the sideline, which I've never believed in. I believed in connecting to that burn, which ignites your why and your purpose and getting into the game of life. So I never felt like I ever stood on the sidelines. But there was a period of time when I was an advisor where I certainly hadn't gone all in to what God had destined for me to do. And that's what I want to share with you about this conversation I had with John Gordon when I was thriving as an advisor, but holding myself back from going all in to capitalize on the blessing of an opportunity that I have every single day to show up and to make an impact, to fight as hard as I possibly can with our team, with our coaching and our speaking platform, to make a difference with individuals like yourself. So here I was thriving as an advisor, having a significant impact, receiving recognition, awards, and accolades. I had already started speaking, writing, coaching, put out a couple of books. And here was John, who encouraged me. Why are you holding on to this opportunity as an advisor? What would happen if you went all in? And he challenged and he pushed and he challenged and he pushed, and I resisted and I resisted. And then a handful of months later, he would share it with me again, and I would resist and I would resist. You ever catch yourself resisting rather than choosing to go all in? And publicly, as part of this summit, I want to thank John Gordon in front of all of you to say, John, thank you for your persistence. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for caring enough, for loving me enough to push me to go all in. And so no matter what success you've had, no matter what struggle you're currently going through, I want to encourage you to go all in. I was earning an income as an advisor that was more than I ever thought that I would earn in a lifetime, year over year. Yet you realize that it's not about money, it's about impact. It's about you choosing to take the opportunity to be the best you can be in your life and embracing the individuals like a John Gordon who are there to push you and challenge you to move forward and to finally go all in. John, thank you for that push. Thank you for all of those conversations. And you know what? After I decided to go all in, and now you've been able to see some of the work that we've done, all I've done every single day is stay connected to that burn, giving it my all, living to a standard, dominating a standard every day, rather than allowing my feelings to dictate how I show up. And continuing to look to individuals like John to set a bigger example of what's possible. Recognizing that once you go all in, never stop pushing yourself. Being a financial advisor built a foundation that gave me the opportunity to do what I do today. It gave me my first opportunity to speak. But it was the mentors and coaches like John, the support of my amazing, beautiful family, Amy, Isaac, Kennedy, Rose, pushing support, and my faith in God that have enabled me to continue to stay connected to that burn and that fight to carry on my mother's legacy, just like you're probably fighting for something that keeps you all in. But don't forget to keep listening to the John Gordons. That's why I get excited to be part of this summit, to continue to listen, to learn, to grow. Remember, iron sharpens iron. I believe that we are never finished. We can keep getting better. I still have 2 coaches. I read books every day because I'm far from figuring it out. And I still, on top of that, have mentors like John who keep challenging me, who keep pushing me to stay all in, to never be content, to never wait on the sidelines, and to always recognize that we can give more. You know, the first opportunity that I ever had to work with a player in the NFL was in 2013, after John had encouraged me to go all in. And how could I have been mentoring players in the NFL if I was a financial advisor or working with Fortune 100 companies, if I was still a financial advisor, and really be giving it my all? You see, we can trick ourselves with our self-talk, but it was when I went all in that the real opportunities opened. And the first player that I ever worked with was Will Compton. He's now become like an uncle to my kids. He was 7th out of 7 on the depth chart, told he would probably never make a team. He's now, fast forward, gone on to play 9 years in the league. But I want to take you to the first moment I was going to leave a pregame message. For the over 25 players that we work with in the league, we do mental preparation and mental training, just like we do that for individuals in the business world with our coaching and speaking and our writing. And the first opportunity I ever had to leave a pregame message, I didn't know what to say. And I called my dear friend, Hall of Famer Aeneas Williams, and I said, what do I say to this young man? You see, always looking for ways to improve, because it's okay to not know everything or how to do it and to ask others for help. And Aeneas said, just remind that young man that everything you need is already in you. You know, that's really what John Gordon said to me when he pushed and encouraged me to go all in. It's what I heard from Aeneas Williams that I then learned and I shared with Will Compton. He's done all the work, but an unbelievable career that he's had. And so today, I hope what you hear, stay connected to your burn. Continue to live to the standard one day at a time. Keep stacking day after day after day after day. And don't ever forget, just like John shared with me, just like Aeneas had me share with Will, everything you need is already in you. Go beat down the door of your legacy.